Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is very exciting because I am testing Revolution X Friends Part 2 collection. I got a palette, I got a scrub, and I got one more palette for you guys. So if you would like to find out whether Revolution X Friends Part 2 is worth your money, then just keep on watching. Before I do my makeup, I just want to unbox these because I got the Grab a Cup Cappuccino Body Scrub. I never had a scrub from Revolution, and unlike the first collection, this time round they came out with like bath stuff and a little bit of makeup. I feel like this collection is a lot smaller this time round, but that's absolutely fine. I'm still happy with it. Some of the items looked super cute. I knew I had to get this cup. I don't even drink coffee, but I am gonna start now. And I have never tried a cappuccino scrub, so let's give this a sniff first. But it's gonna smell delicious. I do like the smell of coffee. Let's see. I'm gonna have to let you know down in the description box below whether it's good or not. Ooh, that does smell really nice, and it does smell like coffee. It probably contains coffee. I like it. Sweet. And now I have a cute cup that I can just show off at work. I decided to get the Taxi palette as well. I wanted to keep this for a giveaway, and I will definitely be doing a giveaway in this video. But I would like to see the inside because the picture frame palette, feel like I would come up with a very similar look to what I did with my previous review. I know this one is very different, and already I kind of like the packaging a little bit more of this one. I'm jealous, you guys. This looks so good. You do get a lot of shimmers. You only get 5 mattes and the rest are shimmers, but the mattes are like your everyday mattes that you can really create any look with, and all those shimmers could be perfect for like a cut crease. So I'm not worried about that. You know what, even though I do love this one so much more, I'm going to keep the frame one for myself, and this is going to go in a giveaway. I hope you like it. Make sure to read the description down below on how to enter. Okay, well, let's zoom it in and let's test this palette out. By the way, I already had my makeup on earlier, and then the courier came with the parcel with all the items, and I was like, can't wait to film. So I took my makeup off for like around my eyes. That's why my eyes look a bit odd, and there's like a dark hue around them. It's probably a bit of mascara left on there, but I really wanted to test this out for you guys. Even though I do have a little bit of concealer on my skin, I'm going to take a little bit more, and this is the Collection Lasting Perfection. I just want to give this palette the best shot. And let's just start, shall we? I mean, immediately Eggplant is calling my name, but surprisingly Eggplant is not an eggplant colour. It is very bright pink. It picks up on the brush. There's not that much kickback, which I do appreciate. I'm going to put Eggplant in the center of my crease, and as you can tell, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but that's okay. I'm going to spread Eggplant all over my crease, all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner. Very nice pigmented pink, stays neon. I like it. And to blend this out, I could just blend this in and it would be fine, but I'm not going to. I'm going to pick up I'm Fine, and I'm going to put I'm Fine around the edges of Eggplant. Very pretty. I like it. I'm happy so far. That is blending out so well. You know what? I'm going to see if it's going to look as vibrant on just a little bit of my powdered concealer. It's just ever so slightly bit darker, but it sticks on really well. Let's deepen this up a little bit. I'm going to take Java. I can't remember the reference to this. Don't recall Java whatsoever. And like I said, I just want to deepen this up, so I'm going to start on my outer corner in the crease. To be fair, Java doesn't show up that well against Eggplant. They are quite similar. Java is just a little bit darker and less neon. Java and Eggplant are almost identical when on the eyes. You can't really see the difference. So let's take Frank Jr. Jr. Nicely pigmented on the brush. And again, I'm starting on my outer corner. That's a little bit better. Still don't think it's as dark as it is in the pan, but at least now we have a little bit more dimension in the look. I need to change my brush to blend the edges. I have too much pigment in there to be able to blend this eye look in. Okay, that's a little bit better. I'm actually going to take Whiskerson. I'm assuming, I can't remember, did Rachel name the hairless cat Whiskerson? She might have. Okay, and it's a white in the palette, and I'm going to add a little bit of white to the edges. It's quite a pigmented white actually. And then I'm going to take I'm Fine again and put it on the edges again. I'm going to attempt to deepen this even further with a little bit more of Frank Jr. Jr. And it's time to cut the crease. To set my crease, I'm going to start off with the white. And it is the shade called Whiskerson, and I'm only putting that on the inner third of my eye, and that is because I take the Rachel on the center of my lid. I'm wondering whether I could make this shade any more foily with a little bit of setting spray, so let me try that. The shade doesn't really want to pick up on the brush at all. Only works with a finger really. Time to blend this in. I am taking Frank Jr. Jr. first to put this on my very outer corner again. By the way, so far there is like barely any fallout, which is very surprising to me, but I'm really happy. I'm also going to put this on my lower lash line. I'm now taking I'm Fine to blend even further. I want a little bit of that peachy pink in there. And for the remaining half of my lower lash line, I'm going to take the List. Again, can't remember what this is referencing, but I've only watched Friends once. That would be like a very nice everyday shade. I'm going to take I'm Fine on top. Okay, I have some thoughts. I'm going to finish my makeup off and I will be right back to share them with you. Okay you guys, so here it is. This is the makeup look I created today. It is like this pink smoky fantasy. This makeup look really reminds me of the look I did for Valentine's Day 2 years ago. I really like it. It's nice and smoky, but I did have to use a second palette to get the intensity. That is the biggest issue I have with all of these palettes. Obviously I haven't tried, where is it? Obviously I haven't tried the Taxi palette, but my biggest issue with the part 1 and now the part 2 is they are not going intense enough. Even in my initial review, in my part 1 review, I did say that it does limit you a little bit because the palette darkest shade was Mr. Geller, and it was a miss for me as well. The formula's not great. All the other shades are quite light, so it's hard to create a dimensional, very intense, smoky look with these palettes. I knew that straight away when I opened the palette, that the palette does have very light shades, and the pinks are very similar to each other, especially on the eye. The difference between Eggplant and Java was almost impossible to distinguish on the eye. The List and I'm Fine are also very similar. Well, actually, The List, Fancy Guest and I'm Fine are very similar. I did like Frank Jr., but I still think it's just a little bit too light, and as you can see, that's like the darkest shade in the pink family. I didn't do a standard smoky eye, which I think you could potentially do, like a cool toned smoky eye. Too many repeats in this palette, I feel like. If you are into your pinks and you know, you usually wear either a smoky eye or like neutrals on your eye and you want a pop of colour, a pop of pink in particular, it's not a bad palette because the eyeshadows worked fine, especially the mattes. The matte formula was actually really nice. They are very intense, very pigmented. There wasn't that much kickback, not a lot of fallout, which is great. And I used Big White Dog in my inner corners and it was very intense. Again, not bad, but it's more of a collector's item. It really is. It's not something that I would just say go out and buy this because it's the best formula you've ever had. You would buy this to have something that is, you know, Revolution X Friends. That's why I bought the mirror, that's why I bought this, and that's why I bought the cup. Is it a very expensive hobby? Yes it is, because the palette is £20. The palette is £20. It is quite a flimsy packaging, I would say, honestly. It looks like you can take it apart, and I think I might do that. I think I might take the lid, the top, the front of it and stick it on my wall. If you are a massive Friends fan, I do like it. Again, it's not a bad palette, it does work. Is it amazing? No, it's not. It's not revolutionary. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best, and I hope to see you next time. Check out the description box on how to enter